Here's another example of combining a trig function with an inverse trig function, and also utilizing our double angle formulas. So off to the side here, I want to remind you that sine of twice an angle is 2 times sine of the angle times cosine of the angle. So let's keep those double angle formulas refreshed in our minds. And the reason I say that is because I have here sine of 2 times the arc cosine of negative 3/5. And what you have to keep in your mind is that arc cosine of negative 3/5 itself represents an angle. So let's make a substitution here. Let's let alpha be the arc cosine of negative 3/5. Let me switch this. I'll make this a little darker. Okay, so alpha is the inverse cosine of the value negative 3/5. And remember, this value can be any number between -1 and +1. The definition of the inverse trig functions would say, take any one of them and they're rewritten in a similar manner. Cosine of the angle is the number. And then you have to remember where the angle can be. And in the case of inverse cosine, the angle can be between 0 and pi. Now we know that cosine is negative in quadrant 2. Inverse cosine is not allowing us to look in 3 or 4. Okay, so we're looking automatically in quadrant 2 for cosine to be negative. We can't forget anything at this point, so we need to review all of our basic trig facts. So for one, if cosine's value is a ratio of 3 to 5, using the reference angle here, then the missing side with the Pythagorean theorem is 4, which means the point on the terminal side is left 3 up 4 with an r value of 5. And so that tells me the sine value, for example, or the tangent value, or whatever else I needed. Okay. Alright, so now let's look back at the problem at hand. You are actually looking for sine of 2 arc cosine of negative 3/5. So with our substitution, that means we're really looking at sine of 2 times the angle alpha, which using our double angle formula is 2 sine of alpha cosine of alpha. And now using our triangle and along with the point on the terminal side definition, we see that the sine value of alpha is 4/5, and we already knew the cosine value to be negative 3/5, so we are good to go. Now if you have a calc pad, you can just type the whole thing in like this. If you don't have a calc pad and you need to, make a fraction, you certainly could in this case. Okay.